Hello. Hi everyone. It's Akinyi. So I wanted to do this finally do this video that I said I was gonna do. Let me get some water for this one. About the political election for 2016. We have three main frontrunners. We have Mr. Donald Trump, we have Mrs. Hillary Clinton, and we have Mr. Bernie Sanders. And there has been a lot of uproar. It's been a lot of stuff going on because like the racial tension in America and the United States has kind of gotten to that. It's gotten to a serious like SHIT has really hit the fan right now. Like we're really, almost. It's about to hit the fan. Because so Trump, he's made a lot of like sexist and racist and elitist statements. So a lot of people who aren't rich, who aren't white, and who aren't, anti-female, are looking at him like, dude, you the things you're saying are crazy. And then with Hillary, there's still a residue left from her husband running, being president before, and the things that he did. So some people are upset with the things that he did before. Excuse me. And some people are pleased with the things that he did before. So they kind of feel like, oh, it's going to be a continuum of what he did. And for some people, that's a bad thing. And for some people, that's a good thing. Then we have Bernie Sanders. And so he has a lot of viewpoints he's talking about free college and ending racism in this country and how he's going to do all these things. And so people are like, yeah, he's going to make real change. He's talking about things that are really going on right now that need to be fixed. I don't endorse any of these people. I don't trust any of these people. And I'm gonna give you my viewpoint. I think that African American people at this point are finally realizing, as you see a lot of celebrities and religious leaders endorse Trump and Clinton, we are starting to see like people, like the wolves, the sheep's wool is being pulled from off of the wolf. And a lot of people are like, oh dang, Kerry Washington is endorsing Clinton. Oh dang, Paula White is endorsing Trump. Oh, all these people that people idolize are endorsing candidates that I will say a lot of African American people aren't for. A lot of African American people are going for Bernie, and there's a group of African American people that are going for Clinton because they feel like, oh, and her husband was in office, they were a certain way for us. But remember, there were a lot of things that happened during his presidency, such as mass incarceration was began, and police brutality was still bad. So I guess people are overlooking that because she is pandering for black votes. So for some black people, for her to get on TV and do the nay, that's all they needed. That's, oh, I like her now. Oh, I trust her. And then they like Bill Clinton. So they're just basically going off of that. And then some people are going off of the fact that she's a woman, and this will be the first time a woman will be elected. A lot of people don't like Trump. A lot of people don't like him. But with Bernie, the fact that he's saying free college and that he wants to help black people, or that he says he wants to help minorities. Let me change what he said. He said, let me fix what I said. That he wants to help minorities. A lot of people like him. Okay, so let's be clear on what minorities are. Minorities can be homosexuals, lesbian, gay, transgender people. Those can be Asians. Those can be our Latino population. They can be women. So they can be women of any color, including white women. And and when he says people who are impoverished, that doesn't mean that doesn't have to be black people. That can be any other group of people. So he has not been very clear about specifically doing things for black people. He said he's going to do stuff to end racism, but he hasn't said about doing anything specifically to level the playing field for black people. He has also voted against reparations for black people, but he voted for reparations for Jewish people. So that kind of, it kind of makes you side-eye. Like, well, if you know that these people have been economically disenfranchised, why would you not give them, and not be for them getting reparations so that they can be on the same playing field as everyone else born in this country who already have money, who made millions and millions of dollars and has generational wealth from slavery? Why would you not want them to be on the same playing field? That's not really fair. So, and then whenever asked about certain racial topics, I personally, when I watch the videos, Hillary and Bernie are very vague. They're not very clear to me. There's a lot of vague stuff. And then there's the whole thing, well, Bernie marched with MLK. Okay, well, MLK was also for integration, and he was also for, us all trying to do a kumbaya thing. And if you've been watching what's been going on in the United States, it has not been a kumbaya thing. Things have already been bad for African American people, black people, Moorish people, whatever you want to call us, but it has gotten to, it's reaching a boiling point. Okay, we're at a point where the racial tension in this country is getting pretty damn thick, if it's not already. And yeah, and so a lot of people are realizing that the racism, it's not just somebody pointing at you and calling you the N-word. It's you not getting hired for certain jobs. It's you being treated differently from other people on a job. It's people asking, can they touch your hair? People asking you, do you know who your dad is? It's subtle sometimes. It's not always, just right in your face. And I think that is what's wrong. And why so many black people are still confused about what racism is because it's not in your face anymore. It's not your grandfather being hung. It's not, a cross being burned in your front yard. So a lot of black people don't know who the racists are because it's not in their face. It's not, oh, I don't like you because you're black. It's not, I'm not going to let you do this because you're black. Or, they may turn you down for a home loan. They don't have to say it's because you're black, but they won't hire any black bankers. And so when it's our loan officers, and it's only white people. And so when you do go get a loan, it seems like none of the black people ever get it. It's stuff like that. It's institutional. Okay, it's only hiring white teachers, and those teachers abusing the students emotionally and psychologically. It's keeping black people out of spaces where they can help each other or help other people of color. And people think, oh, it's just not being treated fairly. Yeah, but how does that happen? When people are getting kept out of certain institutions and kept from doing certain things, that's where the racism comes in. It's not having an equal opportunity. And I will say this. Consider if Trump did get elected. Consider it. I don't think it's going to happen because I feel like black people have been lulled to sleep by Obama. So we're like, oh, look, we got a black president. Look at his wife. She's so fly. Look at his kids. They're so cute. No one's paying attention anymore. Well, let me take that back. There's a group of people who are paying attention. There's a group of people who are not paying attention. A lot of people aren't paying attention. And I feel like Obama lulled a lot of people to sleep. And I just want you to consider, what if Trump did get elected? I think if Trump got elected, a lot of the people you call your friends wouldn't be your friends anymore. Because say things went back to Jim Crow. Because we're damn near there, honestly. All they need is signs that say no blacks or white only. That's all they need. But just say, if we went back to those times, I think a lot of you don't understand that there are a lot of people who identify as white who would not give a fuck about you getting hung. They wouldn't care about a lot of bad things that used to happen to black people. They don't care about those things now. Just like when you tell people about all of these killings going on, they're just like, oh, it's not that bad. The oh, it's not that bad people, or the people who don't want to talk about it, because it makes them uncomfortable. Those are the people who would likely go run to the nearest white only and not do anything to assist with helping black people, because it doesn't affect them. People talk about white supremacy and white privilege. I mean, if you had it good, would you give up your rights? A lot of you wouldn't, to be really honest. But if they could get it to where they could completely castrate you outside of society and treat you like crap and ignore your problems, they would. And I think that that's what's happening right now. I think a lot of people who are choosing these candidates that you know are racist, it's taking the KKK, it's taking the white hood off of them, and it's freaking you out. Oh my God, I can't believe she endorsed her. I can't believe he or she endorsed him. Yeah, because they've been racist this whole time. They've been a Sambo this whole time, and you just didn't know it. It's exposing people for who they really are. And I think that if Trump got elected, I think that black people would finally be forced to band together and work together, because you wouldn't have anybody else. You wouldn't be able to work at that fancy company anymore. You'd have to build your own businesses. You'd have to only spend money with your own. Yeah, I know it sucks. You would have to actually come together as a group of people if this person, became president. There would be no more just, people. There would be no reason for racists to put up with you anymore. That's what they just put up with you. And I think that it might be a good reset button for America if Trump became president. It might be a good reset button. You see what just happened in Chicago? I think that shit would happen somewhere everywhere. And that would be good for us, because we would band together as a people. Finally, we would stop sweeping stuff under the rug, and we would hold our religious and our political leaders that we do have. We would have to demand that they do something about the things that we do, and if they didn't, okay, we're not tithing at this church no more, Paula White, since you want to sit up here and endorse Donald Trump. Yeah, we would finally boycott stuff for real, not just on Christmas and not just on Thanksgiving. We would get serious. We would get real serious. And also, it would expose the people who really have never been there for us, who really have not been for us in the beginning. And I think that might be a good thing. Do I want my brothers and sisters to die? No. Do I want anything bad to happen to my brothers and sisters? No. But I think that there definitely needs to be, I think it would be a wake-up call. I think it would be a wake-up call for us. So that's my viewpoint on that. Yeah. I think that people should look into that and think about that a little bit. Okay. Bye, everybody.